Hi, do you want to document your life? Do you want to track your habits, your feelings, your moods, your goals? But you invariably find yourself giving up at some point in the year. Then this video is for you. Okay, before I show you my journals, it's important to think about why we have this problem in the first place. It's because we don't accommodate for change. Change of what, Samyukta? Change of priorities and capacity. For example, today my priority can be health and productivity takes a back seat, but next month I need to get a lot of shit done. The same way, capacity wise, right now I have a lot of time to write, but next month or the months to come, I might just want to get through my day, which means that the solution is to not fix a specific way of journaling or documentation, but to keep switching it up. And I'm going to show you all the different ways in which I switched up according to my energy and my goals. So here are a bunch of trackers. This one is a mood tracker, and I recorded both my day and night moods with colors to represent, good day, yellow, bad day, blue, very good day, pink, and like happy, upset, angry, etc., which gave me a more objective view on how my months went instead of me looking back at it skewedly and thinking, oh, that was bad or good because of certain events. This is a habit tracker where I wrote down symbols for each habit, and then a tick or X mark would show that I had followed it, dots show that I had not followed it, and a streak would show that I had not continuously followed it. And I also wrote down reasons why I might have not done that particular day. I also used colors to highlight that, I missed this thing out and I need to be more disciplined in it, which was very, very, very helpful. Here's a bunch of trackers like expenses, a period tracker, revision timetable, a nutrition tracker. Again, this is very much need-based. I felt like I was eating insufficiently, so I wrote down 3 meals of the day and highlighted in pink whatever I thought was insufficient and, I need to step up my nutrition game. Next, I did something called a focus meter where I highlighted how much I had studied or worked on my academics and what I had worked on. And parallelly, I recorded trash content, that is how much I'd procrastinated or spent my time mindlessly and what I'd spent it on, if it was YouTube or Instagram or what type of video, so I can avoid that as soon as I open my browser, which was also pretty nice. Then I have my sleep tracker where, student life. I wrote down when I went to sleep and when I woke up, and this is all I did, right? We also have the passion activities tracker where if you see the dates, you can see that it's only like few weeks where I felt like I wasn't spending enough time on my passion, so I wrote down what I did in each day. Sometimes tracking isn't enough, so you need a little bit more detail. Here I've written down things that made me happy in a particular day. Now we're starting to get a little bit more detailed and painting a picture of how my day went. I also made a list of things that made me upset in a day and what I did about it or what I wanted to do about it. And if you see, a lot of these places are empty because I didn't fill this in every day. I just filled it in when I was upset. So when I didn't have too much time, I didn't have to journal every day, but only when I felt it necessary to record a particular day. Then I also did something called daily logs where I couldn't be bothered to be super structured. I just haphazardly wrote down everything that happened in a day because I was like, I want to look back at it and read it, but I also don't want to, care about looking good or looking neat. Also made these month-end conclusion things where I'm like, okay, this is what I need to improve upon. So it's important to go back and look at it as well. This is a book that I used like only 2 pages, okay? So don't feel bad if you're not consistent, but you can take 1 or 2 days out of the months where you're relatively more free and catch up with yourself, if that makes sense. Write everything that had happened, all the feelings that you're feeling, paint a picture for yourself. In this notebook, I wrote things that I felt like were my red flags and I needed to change. So I wrote down this behavior and the example of what I was doing and how I was making progress. I'm just showing you an empty version of this because I don't want to expose myself on here. This is my self-esteem journal. I've already made a video on this. I will link it down. And I've made a Notion alternative of the same journal. Later on in this video, I'll show you. But if you're not a man of many words, you can still capture your life. This is my sketch diary where I made a sketch every day for a month or so. And that was me when I watched Silver Linings Playbook and solved a Rubik's Cube. That was my brother talking to me. That was me eating KFC or having a Kinder Joy. This is one of my favorite journals out of like a pile that I have. I would definitely encourage everyone to try it, even if you don't know how to draw. It's such a nice activity. However, if you're not too confident about that, you can use this application on your phone called the Photo Diary. It's this app that's like personal Instagram, but for your eyes only. You upload a bunch of pictures every day and then write about it if you want in the caption. And it's great for when you don't have a lot of energy, but it can still push you to have a great day because you kind of have to want to have like nice pictures to put in your photo diary. Definitely check that one out. If you are someone that likes digital journaling over paper, I totally get it. This is a Notion template of my self-esteem journal. It has all of the same categories of things that you can write under, like the gratitude, what you like about yourself, what you dislike, how was your day, everything. And you can also make diary entries and view them in the list view, which is great. I made another Notion template called a check-in where you can check in and make checkpoints of your life by basically either answering a bunch of questions in a pre-made template. Under the Right Now template, you fill in a bunch of questions like, oh, this is the show that I'm watching, this is a book that I'm reading, these are the people that are my friends right now. And essentially in the future you get to see your entries and be like, oh right, that was what I was doing. And it's completely customizable. You can delete or duplicate parts of this. Another template that I made is a letter to your future self, which is just an empty canvas for you to write a letter. Also a habit tracker and a mood tracker, and almost anything that I showed you throughout this video can be done in any sort of digital notes-taking app. And especially Notion, you have templates that you can search up and use, which you can also customize. So the world is really your oyster. I hope you found that useful. If any of you end up using any of these tips to journal or create a new system, let me know down in the comments below. I will also put in the description box the links of the Notion pages, the apps, and I'll see you next year, I guess. Toodles.